was when we first heard that term. Like, that we have existed for a long time. There's been media for a long time. There's even internet for a long time, relatively. And yet, fake news is a new thing. And now, but I used to think it was bullshit. I used to think it was a cheap cop-out for someone who didn't want to deal with facts, and they would just tell their people, hey, this is fake news. And you'd be like, but that's not fake.
See, that's one of the reasons why I think Trump resonated, is because he would say stuff that I think people around the country just had a sense that he's right about it. Like, Joe, think about it. The media in this country lied us into the Iraq war.
Right.
If there was, like, that is the definition of fake news. Not only is it fake news, but it's fake news that led to the deaths of 200,000 innocent Iraqi civilians and thousands of our own soldiers.
When you say that, you don't think they were in on it?
No, I don't think. See, the way it works is, and Noam Chomsky's got a book called Manufacturing Consent, where he really dives into the specifics of this and gives you the mechanics of it. But basically the way it works is, the people who get hired at these news outlets, they've all had, like, the proper training. They go to the Ivy League schools, you know, they study journalism, and you only get promoted if they know you're really not going to rock the boat. And what I mean by that is, you basically repeat the line that the government wants you to repeat. And so, you know, when George W. Bush and Dick Cheney were out there making the case, a good little journalist says, oh, here's what the president says, and here's what the vice president says, and they're saying that Saddam Hussein has weapons of mass destruction. And then you had Colin Powell go to the UN and hold up the uranium and say, oh, see, I mean, what do you want to do? Do you want, what did they say? Do you want the evidence to come in the form of a mushroom-shaped cloud?
Right.
That was them saying, we need to act now, and forget about proving it, we have to act now, and the media went right along with them.
Was there any doubt that they knew that that was not true?
I think there are probably some people who made the argument who were convinced of the propaganda themselves. But no, the decision had been made long before that Saddam Hussein was on a list of rogue actors who we wanted to overthrow. And by the way, that list still exists today. So all this fighting that we do with Iran, they're on the list, and we want to overthrow them as well. Yeah, a lot of people don't know the history of it.
We want to get them bad.
Did you see they executed that Olympic wrestler?
No, why did they do that?
Because he went to a protest.
Oh, the Iranians executed?
Yeah, he went to a peaceful protest, and they wanted to make an example of him. He's an Olympic hero.
Execute How did they execute him?
I don't know.
Jeez.
I don't know, but the UFC made a push. Dana White put out a video begging the government to please not execute him.
It's an authoritarian theocracy. You know, that's what happens. There's no social freedoms.
Yeah.
You know, the idea of freedom of speech is totally foreign there.
Well, it's as you said, a theocracy. Like I talked about it with Glenn Greenwald too, that they have an extraordinary high number of transgender women
because they don't allow gay people.
They don't allow gay people. Yeah. So if you're a man, you're attracted to men, you have to become a woman.
Right.
But which is crazy that they're okay with that.
Very, in a weird way, kind of very progressive. like an incredibly progressive state where they're like, we're
skip the gay thing and go right to the trans thing.
We go right to...
Yeah. It's progressive and homophobic at the same time. It's, super weird.